You funny people. So I uploaded my Tokyo Game Show 2015 predictions and hopes just the other day, and I think over half the comments are all saying God Eater 2 Rage Burst or God Eater Resurrection. You know, one of the two new games in the God Eater franchise that's coming out. Now, we all want God Eater 2, okay? Mainly we want God Eater 2. But getting God Eater Resurrection would not be that bad. And it may be hard to believe, but God Eater Resurrection, there is a high chance of this coming to the US. So if you don't know what God Eater Resurrection is, it's basically an updated version of the updated version. So basically there's God Eater, and there's God Eater Burst, which came to the US, and then now there's God Eater Resurrection, which is updated version of Burst. First hint is somebody commented on the Tokyo Game Show video, and they stated that God Eater Burst has been taken off the US store, the NAPSN store. Now I want to point out that I actually bought this game like 3 weeks ago. Literally, I bought God Eater Burst 3 weeks ago. And the fact that it's not there anymore, that's a little suspicious. They may be wanting you to not buy it so that you can get Resurrection, which is basically the same thing as Burst, but they are adding a little bit of new stuff into Resurrection that isn't in Bursts. And of course the visuals will be upped. Now of course it doesn't exactly make sense for them to take it off just because they're adding another updated version, because maybe someone wants to, you know, experience the PSP, you know, God Eater Burst, which I don't know who would want to do that, but I know there are some people out there that would like to do that. They like playing original games on the original systems. But the concrete evidence that I have, and you will be so amazed by this. So Sony Computer Entertainment Japan Asia announced their lineup that they're going to be showcasing on their floor and, you know, in their booths and stuff. And so it's a long list. These are the ones basically, you know, announced that they don't care. They're not really trying to surprise a whole lot of people with it, because, you know, for the most part it's already known. And so they have a long list for PlayStation 4 games, and they have just about 4 for the PlayStation Vita. But, two things. One, God Eater Resurrection is on both PlayStation 4 list and PlayStation Vita list. You might be like, oh, okay, whatever. You know, it's already announced, so they're just going to show it. But, like I said, B-U-T-T. The fact that all these games that they're showcasing are all coming to the US. Don't believe me? First off, I'll put a link of this page in the description, and let me tell you the games. The big games: Star Wars Battlefront, Street Fighter V, Star Ocean. That might be like, oh, I don't know about that, but yes, Star Ocean was announced at E3. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, like what the heck? Destiny the Taken King, Tearaway Unfolded, The Tomorrow Children, Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Collection, and then Naruto Storm 4. All those games are listed for PlayStation 4, and then right after Storm 4, we see God Eater Resurrection. Now, like I said, at first it doesn't seem like a big deal, but the fact that all of these games are US bound is already a big indication, okay? It's just, we're just waiting for them to officially announce it in the US, because like I said, you can't tell me Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Collection is, why would they, you know, that just doesn't seem like a Japanese type game. Of course, there are people out there in Japan, and, you know, that would like it, but it's more marketed toward the West market, you know what I mean? So the fact that God Eater Resurrection is on this list is a big indication. It would not make any sense for these people to put God Eater Resurrection to the US and not put God Eater 2. Think about it. Think about it. It would make sense for them to give us Resurrection and then announce God Eater 2 Rage Burst. Now, the fact that it's not announced at the same time is a little weird, you know, because God Eater 2 Rage Burst has been out for a good couple months now, you know, so I really don't see them, you know, announcing or releasing it past 2016. If it does not come out in 2016, then God Eater 2 Rage Burst will probably never come. But if it gets it should get announced, because why would they give us God Eater Resurrection and not give us God Eater 2 Rage Burst? You know, it only makes sense for them to give us the prequel and then the sequel, you know, or not prequel, but, you know, the first one and then the second one. So what do you guys think on this topic? Like I said, all the links will be in the description. I'll put the comment in the script, you know, it should be on screen actually. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. You know, I almost positive God Eater Resurrection is coming to the US. Like, that's just some great news. But like I said, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.